everybody. As you can see, I don't have the same background as always because I am currently in Spain.
So fancy, right?
I've been here for over a month, I think. Oh, that's a bop. Currently listening to 𝐜𝐵𝑲𝑀 Presley. Oh my gosh, I love him. I love him so much. We can go on together with suspicious minds. With suspicious minds. Okay, so I just wanted to start filming because there's nobody in the house and I'm just bored. And oh my gosh, it's super hot. Today there are like 35 Celsius degrees. It's supposed to be spring, I think, here in Europe, except for the UK, because the UK is quite cold, which I prefer. I actually prefer the UK's weather because with the heat I sweat a lot and that's really disgusting and I can't stand it. I'm staying in my family's house, so they don't really have AC. My uncle, who lives close to my cousin's house, because I'm staying in my cousin's house, it's so complicated to explain, but anyways, my uncle lives near here, so he brought me a fan and that literally saved my life because it's so hard to sleep at night with the heat. Because yeah, at night it's supposed to be like a little bit more, you know, warm or colder, but not here. Not here. And I hate it. And there were nights that I could barely sleep. So I'm so happy that he brought me the fan. And as I was saying at the beginning, I've been here for over a month now because I was in the UK for only 4 weeks. So I was in the UK from April 24th until May 21st. That day I traveled from London to Barcelona and here I am until next week. So happy to go back actually. I never thought I would say that because I'm in Europe. That's literally every Latin American's dream. To escape from Latin America and come to Europe. And I've been here in Europe for over 2 months and I really want to go back to my house in Uruguay, in Latin America, in South America. The thing is, in the UK, I had the time of my life. I loved the UK so fucking much. Like for real. I've never been happier in my life. Anywhere. Like for real. Here in Barcelona, there were some things that happened with my family that we had some trouble. We had some struggles. We had some arguments. Because they wouldn't take me out anywhere, and like yeah, I could take the train and everything, but at the beginning I don't know, so they would have to teach me, and after they teach me, I would be able to do whatever I want, but they wouldn't teach me. And there are some places that they would have to take me by car instead of taking the train or just walking and that stuff, and they wouldn't do it. So I think I started like going to places that I missed from when I came back, because I came to Barcelona in 2019 with my family. This time I'm all by myself, and of course I don't remember everything. I don't remember how to take the train. I didn't remember literally anything. But I started like going to the places that I didn't go when I came here, probably like on the 3rd week, with my uncle, who's actually my grandma's brother, and he took me literally everywhere that I wanted to go to, and he would pay for everything. Like, gosh, I love that because I don't have to spend money, but at the same time I feel like so bad that he paid for everything that I wanted. I was like, oh no. So from the 3rd week until like next week, I'm going to be like going to several places. So today I actually had like a free day, like to take a break and just rest, because I'm like super tired and you have to walk a lot here, and the heat makes you even more tired, or at least me, and it's super complicated. And yeah, you literally like go out and you just disappear because it's super hot. Like I can't even explain it. Like compared to the UK, the UK, there were days that it was quite hot actually from when I was there. It's not the same heat, and I prefer wearing hoodies and everything because I have a problem with my body and I don't like showing that much, and I'm also very disgusting sweating. I prefer the weather in the UK. And the musicals, gosh, I miss the musicals so freaking much. And I also miss the singing lessons in person because it's so weird, like going back to online lessons after having person lessons. Like it's so weird because I actually had like 3 singing lessons online here a couple of weeks ago, and it was so weird, like going back from having in-person lessons to like then doing them again online. It's so weird. I prefer the in-person lesson. I never thought I would say that because I would always get like extremely scared, and it's like in person they get to hear your mistakes like better than online. So I would always get scared of like the feedback, but my teachers are like the nicest people I know. I'm not worried like about their feedback, and it's better if they hear me live rather than online. So yeah, it's so weird, but that's how it has to be for now until I go back to the UK. So here in Barcelona, as I said, I went to some places that I didn't go when I came here. My uncle took me there and they were super cool, like really cool. The other day, for example, we went to Parque Güell, which is super beautiful, and it's a park that has like some architectures from Gaudí, who's an architect, a Spanish architect if I'm not wrong. He's dead. He's been dead for a while now. It was like so beautiful to see all of that. And a few weeks ago I went to the Salvador Dali Museum. I just loved that so much because I love surrealism, and all of his paintings and everything that he did, it's just so amazing to see. And the interpretations that you can get like from seeing those paintings, because I mean art is subjective. It can have like many interpretations. Maybe the painter, when they did it, he was like, okay, yeah, I want the people to feel this when they see this, but maybe the person feels something else, or they discover something new and that stuff. And it's just so incredible and so amazing. Everything that he created, like not only paintings, because he didn't only paint, he was like an actual artist, like he did everything. Of course he was more focused on paintings, so there are tons of paintings, but there are also some sculptures and everything, and gosh, they're just so incredible to see. And like seeing the paintings in person compared to seeing them like on a picture and that stuff, it's crazy because you discover things that you never thought that you would. Because there are some paintings, I mean, every artist has like that one painting that when you see it, you already know that that's from that artist. But of course they have like more paintings or more creations, you know? So I already knew, because I've already seen in pictures and I've studied in high school some of his paintings, and it was like so cool being able to see like the real one in person and being able to discover like new things in the painting and getting like all of those different feelings from seeing the painting and everything. It was just, gosh, it's like so crazy and super cool. I also went to the Picasso Museum. That was super cool too. Where else did I go? I don't remember. And yeah, then I would just walk around, and yeah, there are days that I would just go by myself because that's how it was in London and, well, in the UK in general, like London and Oxford, because I was staying in Oxford. Also about that, I'm gonna make a different video talking about like my experience in London and in the UK, not London, not just London, but like in the UK, and how everything was, how everything happened and that stuff, and maybe some updates about that. And about my lessons and going to see musicals and everything, I'm gonna do that. Oh, I just remember something super cool and super special that I did here. So I saw that my favorite ever opera was going to be playing in Barcelona, and I immediately like booked tickets to go see it. I had to go with my aunt, who I didn't have like a good experience with, but anyways, because Barcelona, like after a certain time it gets like quite dangerous, so it's like I'm not allowed to actually go there after 6 p.m. because that's when it's supposedly more dangerous. They used to say the same thing about London, like the people there like to be careful at night, blah blah blah, and like I would be like, yeah, I know, but then I realized that it's, I mean, yeah, it is, you have to be careful, I mean like anywhere, but I didn't find it like that dangerous, because yeah, I mean, you just have to be careful, that's it, and that's for anywhere that you go to, and stick to the places that are more like crowded with people, in case something happens to you, you know, you know where to get help and that stuff. It's probably the same thing in Barcelona. You just have to be careful and that's it, but I'm staying with my family, so it's hard to escape and that stuff. But anyways, I went to see, gosh, it's so crazy, I had the chance to see an opera live. I've never seen an opera live in my whole life, and it was like my favorite opera, and oh my gosh, I still can't believe that actually happened, that I got to see my favorite opera live. Like, gosh, it's so crazy. It was such a special experience. I was sitting there like watching it and like listening to my favorite aria, and I was like, I can't believe this is actually happening. Like, I'm actually listening to this live. I'm actually seeing it live. What is live? It was so beautiful. Like, everything about it was just perfect. There was a tenor, I think it was the one who was playing Rodolfo. They weren't using microphones. They were just, you know, singing like without microphones, because the place, like the theater isn't like that big, so I mean you can hear it perfectly. But the guy who was playing Rodolfo, he was like quite low, like his volume was very low, and like my aunt was like, yeah, maybe because of the acoustics of the theater and that stuff, and I was like, yeah, I don't think so, because I could hear everyone else perfectly except for him. So it's like he had like power missing in his voice, which was super weird because I've never heard anything like that in my life. It was so weird. But anyways, the rest of the cast was incredible. The whole thing was just perfect. And yeah, I mean, there were some situations in the family that happened that made me like super depressed. So most of the days here I spent them being depressed and super sad because of all the stuff that had happened, and that also made me like stay at home in my bedroom. My bedroom is actually my cousin's bedroom, but I'm currently sleeping there, so yeah, it's my bedroom now. So I would like spend time just here, then didn't want to go out, and I would just stay like there in the room with the door closed and like my headphones and that stuff. And yeah, next week I've been waiting so long to go back home already, or at least I wanted to go back to the UK at least for next week or 1 week, just to, you know, get away from my family. The plane ticket, it was reasonable, it was affordable, because you're traveling in Europe. So when you want to travel, like, I don't know, from Spain to Italy, it's super cheap compared to Uruguay to Italy. Like, extremely cheap. When I say super cheap, I mean it. Like 50 euros, like, you know, both ways. So the ticket to go from Barcelona to London, it was very affordable. The problem, the hotel. The problem was the hotel. The hotel is super expensive, so I couldn't make that work. But anyways, so that's why I'm like super happy to finally go back. And in Uruguay, it's freezing basically. But I just can't wait to wear all of my hoodies and everything again. I just hate the summer because I'm disgusting. That's the only reason why I hate it. So I'm very happy to also see my family because I miss my family so much. The only bad thing about going back to my country is that I have to get a job. But anyways, I can do it. I can do it. I'm like super nervous because it's something that I've never done in my life, but I know I can do it. I think. For next week I have like a couple of plans with my uncle, and then I just have to rearrange everything in my suitcases because I bought like a lot of stuff, mostly in London rather than here, because in London I would buy like tons of clothes and like merchandise from the musicals, but here I would buy more like magnets and some books too, and like very stupid things, like for example a fan for the phone. It's like something that you connect to it, and it's a fan for you basically. It's perfect for summer. I bought like so many stupid things, but they are little things, so they would fill my suitcase, but I had to get another suitcase because I had like a lot of stuff from London and I can't go with a lot of luggage. So yeah, that's how it's going. And I promised to make a video about my UK, not London, UK trip when I get back home, when I'm all settled, when I'm more, you know, relaxed and not so stressed. And yeah, and oh my gosh, I also have like another video coming up apart from the trip. Really special highlights of this trip to Spain. It was a Zoom call. It was actually a Zoom call that I did. It was a Q&A with, you won't believe this, 𝐜𝐿_Posey. Like, no. Oh my god. Literally the most special thing that has happened to me this month. Literally, apart from the opera. Literally the only thing. Like in this month of June, because I've been in Spain this whole month. I mean, I had a Q&A with 𝐜𝐿_Posey and I had the chance to talk to him and ask him a question. But that's for another video. So that's another video that I have coming up, and that I will also record when I go back home alongside the UK one. So stay tuned for that, and stay tuned to probably my social media and also like my YouTube channel, because that's where I'm gonna be posting the videos. But I'll be announcing that on Instagram, like when I'm posting the video about the UK trip and the 𝐜𝐿_Posey thing. So yeah, I hope that you like them. I don't know. Oh, I'm so bad at this. Okay, anyways, thanks for watching, and